So today we're going to talk about the Double O Studios DVD collection. This is actually the second largest, but this one only has 8 DVDs. That's just because of how big that the Jaw Movies DVD collection was. So 8 of the 48 DVDs are Double O Studios. For those of you who follow us on YouTube and follow our channels, you may notice that actually most of these actually break up or make up the background on the Double O Studios channel, and yeah, this is why he has them, because I made all these. So these are the spines for all of them. As you can see, they're still kind of uniform. We've got Batman and Indy, but then the collections throughout the years pretty much match. So let's take a look at them. The first ones we'll group together and look at are actually the most of the Double O Studios work. These are the Double O Studios collections DVDs. We have high school, college, the lost videos, and the career collection. So there is a bit of history in this. So again, this is the work of a human. I'm a human being who makes mistakes. I didn't have the greatest information when sorting all these out chronologically. There are some errors because I didn't have all the information necessary. I was going off of memory. As you can see on here, we have Bad Cop. I initially stated that as a 2019 video, and then I later learned that was actually made in January of 2018, and that should actually go on here. There may be a couple out of order. Well, I'm sure there's a couple out of order, but I'm not too worried about that. That's the only noticeable one that I know is actually on the wrong DVD. As for the lost videos, so this was a project that, again, I worked on it for a couple of months, but I more or less kept it as a surprise. And after I started giving these out to everybody, I slowly started to learn that there was videos I had missed, just because as time has gone on, some of the content creators that we collaborate with at Jaw Movies have actually taken some of their videos down. Double O Studios probably being the most notable example of that. And these were videos that I'd more or less either didn't even know existed or had forgotten about because they had been taken down. So this actually subsequently created the Lost Videos collection. Now that Cole knew about the idea of these DVDs, we worked together, we make sure to get everything, and now we have the Lost Videos collection. So as we can see, they're all still pretty uniform. A collage of the thumbnails for each of the videos. Then we have a breakdown of what videos are on each DVD, and then and each of them actually have the years too. So we have 2016 to 18, 18 to 21. That was when he left college. And then we have the Lost Videos collection. Obviously, since that's assorted, there's no time frame. And then 22 to 23 is kind of when he's been out on his own, building a career for himself. So when we look at the backs, they're all going to be pretty much uniform. There's a little kind of, I don't want to say an homage, but a nice little, a bit of me paying tribute and respect to the work of Double O Studios over the years, kind of summarizing that as we go throughout his tenure. A breakdown of the discs and their bonus features, and then thumbnails or stills from the various videos. And again, I mean, some of these can get pretty lengthy. Cole didn't really have a lot of bonus features, so there's not too much of a gap between the bonus features and the actual content. But as you could see, I mean, some of these are pretty long. He had a lot of content, and when you group them into collaborations like that, you're going to get, over hour-long runtimes because of that. So when we look at the insides, it's pretty much going to be similar to the My Lego Rebel Life. We have the high school studio, or the high school Double O Studios collection. It's going to have a breakdown of the videos and their summaries, as well as their creation years and run times. As I said, there may be a couple of these that I've gotten right, but there is a video on Darth Momo, actually, that kind of gives a breakdown of when we released our various videos, and that is, I would cement, about 98 to 99% accurate. I know there's a couple that are missing release dates, but I would put that as about a 98% accurate video. So if you're interested in that and seeing when all these videos are released, go ahead and check that out on the Darth Momo channel. Here's the college collection. We have a breakdown of the videos. bonus features, summaries, release times. So really, the reason why I put lost videos in between college and career is because there's actually nothing from career in here. There is one, the underground, but that was actually something that was filmed during college. And it was actually filmed before all three of these, even though it was only released in 2024. So I figured it was best to put that in between, since it's kind of a mix of high school and college, but it's pre-career. But most of these, obviously, if I had the opportunity to have access to these beforehand, they would have been broken down in between the college and high school. So there we have the various videos that are on here, plus the bonus features on disc 2. And then, while these are all 2-disc sets, this one is the only singular disc set. We have a little bit of a review on here that some DVDs might have from various critics. And then, yeah, it's just got its single disc and the breakdown of the 3 films on here. No bonus features actually for any of these. And then those are the 00 Studios collections. So the next grouping we'll talk about is the 00 Studios franchise collections. Obviously, 00 Studios done a lot of parodying. He's talked about that. He knows that. But these would be kind of the 3 biggest franchises he's really done or worked on. We'll start with Batman. So yes, I do know that Batman has been kind of a collaboration with everybody. Digital Reality obviously had input on the first one. Nuclear Films had input on at least half of them. And I helped edit a few. But more or less, Cole was the driving force behind doing Batman. Even with Digital Reality and 00 Studios working together on the first one, Cole was the driving force behind that. I tried to kind of somewhat mirror the 2022 Batman DVD image. We have Batman blown up and then Cole down in the bottom. And this has all 9 installments. Some of these haven't seen the light of day for years, actually. But it breaks down all the different DVD, or all the different videos. They're all on this DVD in chronological order, not release order. We have a brief summary of the franchise, some stills. I mean, that's classic. And then this is still, it's a 2-disc set. As you can see here, we've got 45 minutes of content, but 84 minutes of bonus content, more or less because of John Movies' bonus content. And then we have the breakdown, as well as the 2 discs. We've got breakdown of the videos, and then the other videos, plus all the bonus features. And fun fact for you, actually, except for Batman 6, all of these are actually special editions in a sense. Very few modifications to 3 and 3.5. Very few modifications to 1 and 2, actually, more than 3 and 3.5, but there's more in Origins than 1. And then 2 and 4 and 5 obviously had complete redos, as well as Deathstroke. Those of you who follow the channel know that. But still gave credit mainly to 00 Studios, just because I couldn't fit 4 different studio names on here. Next, we have the Indiana Jones trilogy that 00 Studios produced. Sacred Son, Greek Vase of Serpents, and then Unexpected Ally. I thought that was a cool little custom cover. On the back, this one's more or less similar to the Buckaroo trilogy on its back cover. A still from each of the films, plus some kind of credits. And a brief little summary of the trilogy. But then, as we can see, we more or less follow the same template as most of the other multi-collection ones. We've got our single disc, and then we've got bonus features, 1 bonus feature, and then the 3 films and their summaries, called The Complete Adventures of Indiana Jones. I know this starts with the, but on the spine for saving room, I started with complete, so that's why most times I have it sorted towards the beginning. The other big franchise that was produced by 00 Studios would have been the Mission Impossible. I know this was always kind of advertised as the Mission Impossible trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. And then that one wasn't even titled Mission Impossible 4. That's actually titled Mission Impossible: The Other Hunt. and then Mission Impossible 5. But here we have them all as one complete collection, which is pretty much what they are. On the back, we have From the Minds at 00 Studios in collaboration with Nuclear Films. I know these are mainly a 00 Studios production, but Nuclear Films was also a big part of them. With the breakdown of the films, see that one didn't even have a 1 at the end either. It's just Mission Impossible and then The Other Hunt, as well as the bonus features, some stills. And then when we get to the inside, it's actually a 2-disc set. I figured that was more appropriate just with the bonus features. And then disc 1 is the content. And then we have the little insert with the breakdown of the videos. And that's the 00 Studios collections of parodies. The last 00 Studios one I want to talk about is actually an award-winning film, and it's not actually been publicly released on YouTube. It has been shown publicly in film festivals, just not on YouTube because it's currently going through festivals. This is actually a poster that was created by Cole Steiner. I just slotted that in there, similar to the Jaw movies Tales from the Machine of the Past. On the back, it's got a review from Jaw Movies. It's got the little award-winning film logo. Gave it PG-13 because of some of the language. Otherwise, it's got its film credits. And this is another one that was actually... I think this one actually might have been shot in 2.35 ratio. So it's got that size for the stills. A brief summary. And then inside we have just the DVD, single DVD, and the bonus features. Which this film, as we've talked about on the Darth Momo channel and the ranking videos, this is actually something that was shown in theaters, and there's some quick little video footage of the theatrical showing. And yeah, that's Shannybird. It should be released at some point within the next year. But yeah, that is the 00 Studios DVD collection. Next, we are going to talk about the Nuclear Films DVD collection, which is just one DVD shorter than this one. It's only 7, but it should be just a little bit shorter or about the same length as this one. Thank you guys for joining in, and please stay tuned.